Introducing the 10-in-1 multi-tool. The 10-in-1 multi-tool is very handy. It has lots of different functions that are very good for use around the home, office or the workplace. The first function is the glass cutter. Here on the end we have a tungsten steel blade that is used for cutting glass and other tiles. I'll demonstrate with a piece of glass. Holding the blade on the glass and pressing down firmly but not too hard, and roll across once, making a nice clear straight line. To cut the glass we need to elevate on a platform. Using your other hand, pushing down across the line, not too hard. Here we have a nice clean break. After breaking the glass we need to make sure that the edges are not sharp. Using the knife or scissor sharpening function, you can slide the glass across the sharpener on both sides. This way we can round the side of the glass. The glass cutting feature can also be used on tiles. Here we have a reasonably thick ceramic tile. Once again, placing the blade on the tile and pushing down hard, nice and firm, one across once for a nice clean straight line. Again we elevate the tile, this time pushing down, here again we have a nice straight cut. The tile can also be a little bit sharp. We can use the sharpening function to take the edge off, to bevel the edge. The sharpening function can also be used on knives and scissors. Here I will demonstrate with a knife. Holding the multi-tool in your left hand, thumb at the back, knife in your right hand, sliding backwards. Producing a very nice sharp finish on the knife. Here you'll notice a circular blade underneath a black cover. To avoid risk of injury, there is a very user-friendly removable cover. We slide the cover back to expose an area of open blade. This blade is useful for cutting pieces of paper or cardboard, paper, cloth, carpet, lots of different functions. After using the circular blade we need to replace the cap. Again, unscrew the screw, slide it back and tighten the screw up. After cutting with the circular blade we have now the normal craft blade handle. Undoing the screw here, opening the blade and again tightening the screw. Here you'll notice the blade is firm, it can not move. This blade can be changed for use at angles. Again, open the screw, close the screw, tight for different applications, for example cutting open a box or wrapping around a package. I'll demonstrate using a piece of paper. The blade also retracts inside. Push back inside, tighten, and it is nice and firm. Now cutting a piece of paper. No effort is required for a nice cut. BC tiles. Again, an effortless cut produces a nice clean cut. The multi-tool also has a wire stripping or pipe cutting function. Again, we need to release the screw, open the blade, and you can see it will close in here. Here we have two grooves. The first is a wire cutting groove, the second is a wire stripping groove. This can be used to cut all manners of diameter of wire and pipe. First I'll demonstrate with some electrical cable. The cable is put inside in the first groove, it's pushed down. Here we have leverage. Right hand placed at the back, left hand in a nice slow motion down, produces a nice clean cut of the wire. To strip the wire we use the second groove in, this groove. Again, the wire is placed inside the groove and the blade is pushed up tight. Here we venture to push the blade nice and tight, tighten the screw, and then holding the wire steady in one hand, rotate the multi-tool around the outside casing of the wire. Once this is done once, release release the screw, push again a little harder, tighten, and again turn around and around and around. Once we've completed the cycle twice, we now pull on the wire nice and softly. After the wire stripping function, we have to close the blade. Again, release the blade, pushing down, avoiding injury. On the other end of the blade, we have another function that can be used for unstitching thread, opening envelopes, many different functions. Here I'll demonstrate on an envelope. Holding the blade inside the envelope, nice and slowly. Here we have a nice open envelope. This function can also be used to remove threads from clothing. Here we'll demonstrate removing the tag from a t-shirt. Slowly selecting the stitch and pulling one at a time. Very handy for mum when she's doing the knitting. She can quickly undo any stitches that are causing any problems. This is very sharp, so again we need to be careful. Once we've finished using the unstitch pick, release the screw, push back, slide back in, and tighten, again avoiding any injury. Another function on the multi-tool is the screwdriver. At the rear of the base there is a small switch. Opening the switch, sliding out, we have a Phillips head and a plain head screwdriver. The screwdriver, the head is very pointy and very hard. It's very useful for a number of functions. For example, in the office we can use it to open the mouse, work with a keyboard. The engineer can use it to open the computer case. Mum can use it on her sunglasses. Dad can use it in the workshop. There's many number of functions, very handy. Again, we have a hexagonal opening in the handle. We place the screwdriver inside, push down till it is firm, and now we can use the screwdriver. We'll demonstrate on the mouse. And here we have a Phillips head inside the mouse. Push in, find the click, and now we can slowly turn and open the mouse. There we have it. A nice small head screw fits perfectly. Multi-tool is very efficient. We can also demonstrate on the keyboard. The keyboard may need a clean. Again, place inside, using gently, and the multi-tool will again be successful in removing the screw. There we have it. Once we've finished using the screw driver, we need to release him by pulling out, replacing in the rear of the handle, and closing the switch. If the blade and the stitch unpicker, the thread unpicker, if it becomes blunt, it's very easy to replace. We just simply unscrew, we have a little nut, unscrew the bolt lies down, nut drops out, and we can remove the blade. If you'd like to remove the blade, it's easy to replace a new blade. Again, finding the gap in the blade, matching up with the hole, pushing in, pushing the blade into the hole, putting the bolt through the hole, replacing the nut on the other side, and then doing it back out. Now, the blade has been replaced and we have a new fresh blade to use. The multi-tool is very good for use in the home, office, garden, workshop, anywhere. There might be a number of different functions that it's useful for. The multi-tool. 10-in-1 multi-tool.